helping celebrate this amazing couple. And I also want to thank Jessica for giving me the honor of being her maid of honor. I just want to quickly start off and tell you guys how I met Jessica. I was a sophomore in college, Jessica was a freshman, and we took a class together. We actually sat right beside each other. And I looked over one day and I see this really cute, lovely blonde girl. And I'm kind of thinking oh, I'm going to talk to her, she seems really cool. And I looked down and I noticed that she was writing with a Disney princess pen. Well, that was funny because I was as well. And so I'm like, hey, do you like Disney princesses? I got a Disney princess pen too. So we chatted for a second, and I don't know if you remember this, Jessica, but after class that day, she hung back for a second, and she's like, hey, I know, we just met, but if you ever want to get together and watch a Disney princess movie, that would be really cool. So I'm like, yeah, and actually she and I ended up starting a Disney princess club in college. It's a whole big thing. It's a whole big thing. She's Ariel, I'm Belle. It's a whole big thing. Anyway, that's how I met Jessica, and our friendship just blossomed from there. We've been really great friends ever since. I'm just really glad we didn't have the same favorite Disney princess, because then it would have been a fight. You guys know. But yeah, I wanted to tell you guys that, and I just want to also express how happy and grateful and excited I am that Jessica met her prince. Okay, we know she's a princess, but every princess needs their prince, and I'm so excited she met Marcos. Marcos has been such a big part of her life for 5 years now, and I'm so excited he's going to continue to be in her life. It took Jessica following her dreams several years ago and actually moving out to Vail, Colorado. She had always wanted to go out there, live in the beautiful mountains, work at a skiing resort, and she, like she always does, was so courageous, so brave, followed her dreams, and just went. Jessica, if you guys know her, which you do, she doesn't let anything hold her back. And because of that, she was able to meet Marcos. I remember her living out there, and we would talk on the phone, and I keep hearing about this really good-looking Brazilian guy, very exotic, but on top of the good looks, all I would hear about, and all I've heard about for 5 years, is how good he treats her, and how he really treats her like a princess. And that's what really meant a lot to me, and that's what made me so grateful that she met him, their love story, we can see where it's taken them. It's taken them overseas. They're living in England, and their love, like someone said earlier today at the wedding, it was strong enough to bring people from all over together in another country. So I just really think that it's important that we recognize that Jessica and Marcos' love, it's not really only just, romantic and amazing, but I think it serves as an example of what a marriage should be like. Like she said earlier, in her vows, and like the preacher said, love is patient and kind. And guys, I'm telling you, that's what Jessica is. I've known her long enough. That's what kind of heart she has. And I'm getting to know more and more that's the kind of heart Marcos has too. Like I said, that's all I've heard about Marcos is how he treats her, how good he is to her, and how they're patient and understanding of each other every day. So I think it's a really great example for any of us to look at. So when Jessica asked me to be maid of honor to give a speech, I really thought, in just a few minutes, what do I really want to say? What do I want to get across to a room full of people who know Jessica and Marcos and who love them? And the first thing that came to mind was just, when I think of Jessica, I always think of how big of a blessing she has been in my life. And so I thought it might be nice to share with you guys just a couple of reasons that Jessica's been a really big blessing to me. There are a lot, but I picked out 3. So I just want to share those with you. The first reason is that Jessica is always there for you. She's always been there for me for 13 years now. She's always been